Hi, my name's Phil.
And my name is Rob.
And we've been mates for years. We've done loads of stuff together.
All of which, mainly, have turned into chaos.
But someone then suggested, why don't you do a podcast? That seemed like a good idea, didn't it?
Really did.
Then we realised neither of us have ever done one of those. So is this going to work?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Welcome to Two Pastors in a Pod. So it is the first episode of Two Pastors in a Pod of 2026.
2026.
Can you believe that?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, that's
For the 50th time.
Oh, at least the 50th time.
What's that in church?
What's that?
That you're saying Happy New Year to people for at least 2 weeks after the new year.
Absolutely. Well, it's the first one. And if you're only just joined us here on Two Pastors in a Pod, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to one of the best podcasts you'll listen to, at least in the next couple of days.
So what number is this, Nathan, our producer? Do we know? 33.
33, my age.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's great. So New Year, the thing about New Year, it does make you stop and pause though, doesn't it?
It does.
It makes you stop and pause, and because I always look at New Year as not just a kind of a change in the calendar or a change in the date, which by the way, I always get wrong. You know, when you start signing things at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
stick the old year down. But I think it kind of stops and whispers.
It whispers. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I suppose I like New Year because it's a time of reflection. You look back on what's gone before.
Yeah.
And you look ahead to what's to come.
See, I reckon it whispers, you can start again. Yeah, whatever's gone, let's start where we're going to start. And it's got a lot of mysteries though. New Year.
Well, this podcast is going to be all about
it certainly
what lies ahead and how we can think about New Year.
Yeah, but before we get to the new start, for a fresh start.
So what are we actually calling this podcast?
Well, we've got two different views. See, I've got beyond
resolution.
That was the word I was looking for. But I've got that. You've got something else.
Well, I've got new beginnings or fresh starts.
Okay.
So take your pick.
But one of the ways that we're going to start, last 12 months, we have drunk copious amounts of tea.
That's a big word for you.
That was quite good, wasn't it? Yeah. Copious amounts of tea from around the world, expensive tea, cheap tea, nice tea, horrible tea. Now, I've got an apology to make.
Who's that, to Nathan?
I've got to make an apology because the last tea that Nathan, genuinely, I was maybe more rude than I should have been about your tea, which turned out to be a very, very expensive tea, and I was extremely rude.
He was gutted.
I know, he was quite disappointed. However...
I think he gave it us because he obviously doesn't like us.
Clearly not. However, we've got a new one for the new year.
Another new sample.
Well, mate, if that's your sample, you're not drinking enough water.
I've had that joke before.
But this one, I think, is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I've tried to brew it a bit longer this time. But
anyway... While you're pouring...
Yeah, what's that?
How's the competition going for the teas?
Well, funny you should talk about the competition. If you are new to Two Pastors in a Pod, we have a competition currently running that if you can send us a good best in brew story, funny preferably, then there is a prize. Now, so far we've had a few.
Yes.
But only a few.
The prize is what, though?
So the prize, it is an absolutely exclusive prize. One, you will get to come on to the podcast and join Two Pastors in a Pod. And then Rob, who will be paying, with me, will be taking you out to lunch.
Now, that is why we haven't had many entries.
It could be.
The thought of going to lunch with you...
Or you. So, we've decided we're going to extend it to the end of February.
2027.
But no, this year. The end of February. And then in March, we will announce the winner. So you've got time. Email us. The address will be at the bottom. Email us your funny tea stories. We've got a few. They're doing pretty well, but we need some more.
Right. This is on a postcard.
And on a postcard.
To a P.O. box in Derby. Did you ever notice that?
Well, it's always in Derby.
It's always in Derby. Anyway.
Well, we're not in Derby.
We don't live in Derby.
Right, come on in. Have a sniff. See what you think.
Okay, yeah, back to the tea.
You're supposed to smell it first, but that's fine. You drunk it instead.
It's got the usual.
Now I've stewed that for a long time. There's 3 tea bags in there.
It's also not not bad. Do you know what? I can't distinguish. We've had that many teas. Well, I can't distinguish one from another. It just tastes okay.
Right. Well, let me tell you, this is not just okay. This is the most healthy of all the teas that we've drunk. Let me tell you why. You can give it a mark out of 10 in a minute, but listen to what it does. This brew particularly offers lots of health benefits.
Okay.
I'm going to read them because I screwed up last time I read this.
So it's a good one for a podcast about New Year's resolutions.
It is.
Because you need lots of health benefits.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about your health later.
Perfectly formed.
Yeah, in every way. So wellness benefits.
Yes.
Mainly that what this is made of is full in antioxidants.
Antioxidants or oxidants?
Oxidants. Vitamins.
Oxygens.
Anti-inflammatory compounds.
How do you say that again?
Which means this tea, apparently, will slow stress,
okay,
support healthy aging. And boy, talk about aging sitting next to me there. It lowers your blood pressure. Mine's normally high if I'm working with you. Improves your heart function. And this is an important one. This is written down, so this isn't just me. It promotes your reproductive wellness.
Well, there you go. Let's move on from that.
So what's in it? What do you reckon's in it?
Oh, I don't know. I really cannot distinguish any flavours. It just tastes okay. It's a bit fruity.
Well, of course it's fruity. This,
anyway, come on,
is pomegranate tea.
Oh, I knew it, yes.
This is pomegranate tea, and all of this will improve all of that in this coming year if you drink it on a regular basis.
Part of our resolution,
yes,
often is self-improvement, isn't it?
It is.
So this tea is obviously going to kick us off to a good start. Pomegranate tea. So where do we get, for the viewers at home, where for the one or two, where do we get the pomegranate tea?
Okay, you can get pomegranate tea in most supermarkets. It's not a particularly specialist tea, but if you go down, there are a number of manufacturers you'll find in most supermarkets.
Did you buy it?
No, I was given it. So it gets expensive if I have to keep buying it every week. Maybe next time you should pick the tea.
Well, maybe we should have a resolution.
What's that?
To change the drink.
If you want to do that after March, you are very welcome.
There's how many coffees can you have where you can distinguish?
Well, who's going to bring the coffee?
Yeah, no one. Anyway, carry on with tea.
Right, okay. So if this is about wellness, tell us about New Year, because I've spoken to a few people before this podcast to talk about New Year, talked about the fact that it is a challenge, but there's a lot of people out there for whom this actually, a New Year is a bit of a burden.
It is.
Because of bereavement or because of changes in circumstances, breakup of relationships, health issues. It's a burden. How do you see New Year for you? Do you find that something?
I think as a pastor, we see it in lots of different ways, don't we? So if you think of the flock, so we know in our particular flock that there's lots of people who are grieving at the moment, as you mentioned. So people enter a new year with hints of sadness in knowing that, you know, perhaps this is the first year that they're going to live where they've lost a loved one. So that can be difficult. Yeah. So there's so many contrasts within a congregation. For me personally, I always enter New Year looking for transformation, because we're not perfect, despite, you know, looking in the mirror. And despite how my wife thinks I'm almost perfect.
It's almost,
believe it or not, mate, I am not actually perfect. And I always reflect on my life at the beginning of the new year and look at areas where perhaps I need to change.
Do you think, though, transformation is one of the things that we ought to be looking for? I mean, one of the problems that a lot of people have is the past. Letting go of 2025 in this case, the things, the failures, the mistakes that we've made, and do you think by looking to a new year and saying, well, I'm going to be transformed this year, or how do we let go of that past problem? Because otherwise we're going to drag the guilt with us.
Well, I think you've got to, again, take seriously the words of Scripture. So the Apostle Paul, he said, let's forget in Philippians, isn't he? Forget what lies behind and let's press on to what lies ahead. So this pressing on means that we go forward. We don't look back. We learn obviously from the past.
Well, we should do, but we don't live there.
And the mistakes, but we're not to camp out there. We're to look forward, because we've got such a lot to look forward to, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
And we all know as Christians that actually the story always ends well.
Yeah, only because kind of God's got his control on that, and we'll look at that in a few minutes. So if there are people watching this, one of the things that we say, is leave the past where it is. You can't change the past.
No.
But you can move into a new year with a determination and an intent to become what God wants you to be.
I think you've got to use your experience of the past.
Yeah.
And use it to help others. And look and pray about looking for opportunities to help others. And I mean, a lot of people go through a lot of turmoil in their lives, and it's how we use that experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
And can we then take that forward once we've navigated our way through it with the Lord?
Yeah.
Can we take that into someone else's life and comfort them? Again, Paul says that with the comfort that we have known, we comfort others, don't we?
See, I've always used the illustration on a plane when you're flying. And while we're on the subject, do you sit and listen to the safety announcement?
What safety announcement?
Exactly, yeah. The safety announcement, when they stand there, they say the same thing.
Yeah.
If an oxygen mask falls down from the top, put yours on first before.
I'm normally looking to what snacks I can get. But obviously this new year I'm going to be healthy, so I won't be doing that.
You're looking,
put your own oxygen on first.
Yeah, make sure you've got yourself sorted before you go and deal with other people. And I think that's key. That's key for us assisting other people in this new year.
But what about resolutions? Do they work?
Oh, let's talk about resolutions. All right.
Have you got any resolutions for this year?
Yes. I'm not sure I should tell you about it, but yes, I have one resolution.
And
what about you?
Are we sharing it in public or not?
All right, my resolution, which I really don't think is going to work, I need to lose about a stone in weight.
Yep. What, just a stone?
Oh, stop it. What's your resolution?
To gain a stone.
Well, you've already done that. We're only about 3 weeks in.
Oh, well, yeah. You see, the problem with resolutions is we have this resolve, don't we? And how long does the resolve last?
Okay, so you've
got some statistics.
I have. According to a survey taken by a company, let's have a look, Finder.com it was called. They're well known, they do surveys. Apparently 72% of Brits will have made at least one New Year's resolution. Without whatever that is. I mean, one of the things I notice, which the viewers can't see, is that you've got tracksuit bottoms on. Why? Why have you got tracksuit? What are you doing after this podcast?
Well, I just happen to be going to the gym afterwards.
You go to a gym?
Yeah, but there's a cafe nearby.
Yeah, so we're actually going into the gym. And is that your New Year's resolution?
It's obviously a place where I can witness and, talk.
Oh, it's an outreach, is it?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, I'm not getting any younger.
True.
As many of us aren't. So I think it's important that we try and maintain some level of health for the cause of the kingdom.
That's your kind of deal, is it?
Yeah, so I am trying to get a little bit fitter.
So you're at a gym. The problem is, although 72% will make it, apparently by the end of this month, 39% of those 72% would not have completed it. They would have abandoned all their plans and ideas and their desires.
I mean, I was at the gym yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
And it was packed.
Okay, yeah, it's January.
Well, it was January. Let's see what it's like in March.
So the problem is, it isn't the fact that we're wishing to get better. It's, in my case at least, it's the expectation that I'm going to be transformed quickly.
Yeah.
Patience is a huge thing with resolutions. Yeah. And as you know, it's not necessarily one of my gifts.
Yeah. But yeah, the word transformation is interesting, isn't it? I mean, that's a hard thing. If you look at the Bible, that's a hard. And as Christians, ultimately, what should our transformation aspiration be? What should it be? What should our resolution be?
Well, to be more like Christ.
That's it, and it is. So it's really, really simple, and again, which is why it's important that as we turn the new year, that we reflect on our walk with the Lord, previously, and we will know in our own hearts where we need to change.
But it's not an overnight change, is it?
No, it's
the
not.
Bible talks about a process.
It's a hard thing.
And it's a process. It takes time to do that. And it's sticking with it. And we're kind of back to the patience thing again, that we have to patiently continue in whatever it is we vowed to do. Because the Bible says you've got to be really careful with vows and making promises, particularly before God. It's better not to make one.
So how can we be transformed into Christ-likeness?
Well, surely one of the best ways is engaging with God in the new year in a one-to-one basis, which surely should start with our own quiet time. Carving out that time in our lives where we can spend before God.
It's the stillness with God. It's being in God's presence, and obviously prayer, and we say it all the time on this podcast, don't we? And it's scripture. So I've got the Bible open at probably the verse here that talks about transformation. So Romans chapter 12, Paul writes, therefore, verse 1, therefore, brothers and sisters, in view of the mercies of God, I urge you to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true worship. Do not be conformed to this age, but be transformed, there's the key word, by the renewing of your mind.
And that's something which, again, we need help to do. We've got our quiet times, we've got our Bible reading notes, but we also need other Christians around us to encourage us. And one of the things that you sometimes find in church life is that people start to come back to church maybe in the new year, whether that's out of guilt or whether it's out of genuine desire to engage with God. But it's that persistence, that consistency of keep doing that and keep going on.
Well, it is. It's an hour by hour, day by day walk with the Lord, and looking to be better than we were the year before. But it's difficult to measure, isn't it? I keep you can see it in front of me. I keep a journal. I often look back on where I was at a couple of years ago, or you know, and hopefully I'm looking for, just in the way I write and the way I think, just for little seeds of change. I haven't found any yet.
I mean, we can get stuck. We can get stuck in a rut, can't we, through a year and begin a new year. I mean, one of the things is we've talked about those who maybe need to let go of the past. Those who we should have that desire for the new year to be transformed. But there's also the blessings of a whole new year.
There is.
You know, there's an excitement about what's coming next. I mean, I guess there's the fear of the unknown. But if you look at 2026, what would you say was kind of the thing that would excite you about what's going to happen next?
Well, I think just well, firstly, time spent with the family. That's always good, isn't it? You know, family is always...
Well, for many families, it's good.
In ministry, in ministry, we can sometimes get the balance wrong. And you know, we're called as pastors and as dads and as granddads to firstly and foremost minister to our families, then the church. So it's good to get excited about the way the church is going to go and develop. And for individuals who are part of a church, maybe get excited about being involved in the church. But again, it's a mindset thing. I mean, a lot of people enter the new year with gloom and doom.
Really?
Thinking negatively. And yet you can have other people who are like, yes, we're really excited.
It's a new beginning.
So we've all got people that we know who are either, you know, Tiggers, bouncy, or Eeyores.
So which one of those two would you and I be then? I've got to suspect that I would know which one of us is Tigger and which one of us is Eeyore.
Yeah, well, you know, that's why we make such a good team.
Is that right? That right?
Well, but it is. It's how it's back to a mindset thing, isn't it?
See, the problem is for me is that I hate surprises.
You do.
I genuinely detest surprises. I like to know what's coming, when it's coming, what's happening. Whereas you're different to me. You're so laid back. You don't mind a surprise. That's great. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah. But that's it.
Well, remind me to give you a few surprises.
Yeah. But the scriptures, again, you're talking about the Bible. The Bible's quite clear in the book of Lamentations.
Yeah.
That God says, Lamentations 3:22, that his mercies, his blessings are new every morning.
Great is faithful.
And the thing about God is he's going to be as faithful in 26 as he was in 25. Yeah. And I think for me, despite I don't like surprises, those new mercies come from a God who is faithful in caring for us.
I absolutely adore that verse because, you know, well, how many days are we into the new year? Quite a few new days now.
Yeah, a good couple of weeks.
Good couple of weeks, and by the time this goes out, it'll probably be 3 weeks. And as according to your statistics, most people will have, fallen down on their resolutions, won't they? A vast majority will have. But you know, that verse says, but every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning is a new beginning.
Yeah.
Every morning is a fresh start. In fact, every time you go to God in repentance and in faith, confessing your sin, what happens? He cleanses you from all sin and you move forward.
We used to have a member of our congregation, and you would have known her well. She's now in heaven, in glory. But Sheila used to say that every day when she put her feet out of bed and touched the carpet, she thanked God for another new day and another opportunity. Yeah. I'm not sure I necessarily do that. I think sometimes you get out of bed and go, it's cold, or you put your foot out of bed and you think, what is the dog doing? I don't want to go for a walk.
That's where you're being an Eeyore and not a ticket.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I am told off that I do still bounce out of bed rather quicker than I should do. But you should get out of bed and kind of go, do you know, it is another day. I do have breath in my lungs. I've got 12 months ahead of me that I can make a difference.
It's a fresh start.
Yeah. Yeah, I can make a genuine difference to the world that I live in.
It is a fresh start, but we do fall. And we do fail.
Yeah.
You know, we are sinners and we don't get it right. And often those resolutions that we have that we're going to be different, we're going to change, and we fall sometimes at the first, sometimes at the second, but often at the third hurdle. Yeah. And that can bring us down, but we got to go back to Scripture and know that God's mercy is new every morning. Proverbs 24:16, I wrote it down. For though the righteous fall 7 times, what did he do? They rise again.
Yeah.
By the grace of God, they rise again.
So even if someone's watching this, listening to this, and they've screwed up already in terms of their walk with God or their relationship with others, there is an opportunity to restart being carried by the God who has a plan.
When can we not enter God's presence?
Oh, that's a really good question. When can we not enter His presence? Well,
when can we not?
According to the Scriptures,
when can we not go to Him and ask for forgiveness?
Well, never. That's never a thing.
So that opportunity is there every moment of every day. So if anyone out there is struggling, and they've got this sense of shame and this sense of guilt on mistakes that they've made, now is the time to go to God.
And that's when the Scriptures say that when we come into His presence, He hears those who have a clean heart and pure lips. And that's why we should start all our prayer times throughout 26 with, Lord, forgive me for what I've done, in order that I can come in a right way into your presence.
Well, the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer, or the Shepherd's Prayer.
Or the Shepherd's Prayer. So how often did He teach us to pray that?
Well, He said to His disciples, this is a model prayer.
Daily.
And this is a daily prayer that we have. Yeah.
Daily. So we can go to Him daily. So it's coming into His presence, isn't it? It's asking for a daily bread. It's asking for forgiveness of sins. It's asking that to help me, Lord, forgive those who trespass against me. It's asking, Lord, lead me not into temptation. Deliver me from evil. For yours is the kingdom. Yours is the power. Yours is the glory. Help me to be inwardly transformed to be more like you. And that's a daily prayer. And it has to be a daily prayer if we're going to get serious with God this coming year. So do you reckon if we are sitting here in 12 months' time, that Nathan will be a year older and will still be putting up with us doing a podcast in his studio? If we're here a year later, do you think you will be fitter, healthier, looking younger? I'd like to think that I would be more spiritually healthy. Oh, look at you. And maybe physically as well. Is that right? I always say to my family, this time next year I'll be like that. Is that right? I often say this time next year we'll be millionaires, but that's a different thing. There's a stick in. And you know, I've been saying this for what? 30, 40 years. Yeah, you have been saying it a while. And I've yet to move from one year to the other. Have you ever considered maybe being totally physically transformed? But maybe And this is the excitement of what's ahead. Maybe this is the year. But spiritually is the key, isn't it? Spiritually, it's abiding.
Have you ever considered maybe God doesn't want you to be a stick insect?
Well, no, yeah.
So maybe he doesn't want that, but he certainly wants you to be spiritually in tune with him.
Yeah.
So New Year, 12 months ahead of us. We hope and pray that we're going to do some podcasts on some really big subjects.
Particularly the next one is going to be...
Yeah, that's going to be a very serious...
Quite testing or... Quite powerful, actually. We've already pre-recorded it.
Yeah.
And so we know what's coming. So make sure you do tune in for the next one after this.
So if you've got some ideas for the podcast, maybe there's subjects you want us to discuss, you want us to have a look at, maybe there's some guests that you want us to bring in. We're going to be doing that throughout the year. And our hope is that this will be something really useful for you as you drive in the car or as you listen at home. We're really pleased you've been with us. If you've got questions, you've got brew stories, send them into the email address on the bottom of the screen. And again, from me and from him, we want you to have a really happy and blessed and transformation comes in 2026.
Indeed we do.
So this has been Two Pastors in a Pod. You can get us on Spotify, you can get us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast from.
Do you know you say that every time?
I do.
But then I think to myself, well, they're already listening. So they already know where they're going to get our podcasts.
But they might not know where the rest of them are. I'll tell you what.
So really, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, it does make sense.
I'm just saying it. You're already saying it because you've heard other people say it on podcasts.
No, I say it because people actually do need to go and research stuff. Anyway, whatever you do.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Tune into the next one.
Lord bless you. And keep you. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Why do we say that?
Because have you listened back to the last one where I do the music and then it stops and because you kept on talking?
Yeah, he did keep me on talking.
You were like, no, cut that one out. and you said, now keep it in. Keep this bit in. So I did. I think what I'll do on this one is I'll just slowly fade out YouTube bits.